Oops. This is Carrie with Cookbook Divas. This is my live shopping show. We're going to chat about cookbooks today. I'm going to talk about the tea that I've been drinking and show you a cute cooking and related toy that you might want for a kiddo. We are live on Amazon. I can also see your chat if you're on YouTube. If you're over on Facebook, I won't be able to see your chat unless you come on over to the Amazon live. So I'm just going to welcome people to their Amazon chat. If you would like to shop for any of these cookbooks, you can use this QR code, scan it with your phone or take a picture of it, click it to go to the Amazon app or just your regular browser on your phone. So the first cookbook we're going to talk about today is on sale. It's Sweet Treats with Bon Maman, and it is 23% off. And it's a darling little baking book. I can't wait to show you. I bought it around Christmas time when I was buying all the Bon Maman advent calendars to send to people with fancy jams, etc. It's by Ilona Chovankova. And I think this came out in 2025. Sweet Treats with Bon Maman, cakes, cookies, crepes, and more. It's by White Lion Publishing. The chapters are family treats, bite-sized treats, treats for sharing. Whoops. Oh, and that's it. Okay. So it's a little bit of a small cookbook, which is great. Keeps it simple that way. Essential ingredients you're going to need to do the bakes. Here's the family treats chapter, and it starts off with easy Madeira cake. Now my ring light is a little too bright, and it's kind of washing out the cookbook a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is Sweet Treats that's on sale today, 23% off on Amazon. If you're watching me on Amazon Live, I have a product carousel either below me or to the side of me you can click on to check out these products. And I need to hop over to Amazon and make sure I'm not missing anybody's chatting. All right, we are good to go, and my welcome message is up and going. Okay, and the rest of you watching over on YouTube, welcome. Glad to have you back. So it looks like we have a photo for every recipe in this cookbook. Measurements are both metric and imperial, grams, ounces, teaspoons, milliliters, etc. Here's a courgette chocolate cake. Courgettes are zucchini. I love zucchini. I eat a lot of it. I probably wouldn't put it in my chocolate cake, but I bet it makes it moist. Here's spice bread with orange zest. And of course, since this is a Bon Maman cookbook, they're going to use their jams and jellies any opportunity they can to either put into the recipes or use with them, which is fine by me because they are delicious. This is oat and seasonal fruit crumble. And I guess I'm okay with the lighting. Well, it's a little bright. Red fruit clafouti. My best friend made this for me one time at clafouti, and it was so delicious, and she does not ever remember making it, and it was like she was a master baker. It was so good. Like, what are you doing? Here's a cute birthday cake. And crepes with jam. Of course, the jam would be a Bon Maman. This cookbook is 23% off today. Here's a shortbread recipe that I'd like to try. I love shortbread, but I like fresh shortbread, and I buy Walker's all the time, but how long has that Walker's been in the box, right? It's not stale, but it's not fresh. Jam turnovers. I haven't made a turnover in too long. Here's a delicious drinks section. Jam-filled shortbread. Now that is pretty. It kind of looks like stained glass windows like you make with candy, except this is with jam. That's adorable. I actually hadn't turned to that page before. So this is the Sweet Treats with Bon Maman cookbook. Today we're going to be looking through about 10 cookbooks, a little bit briefly. And this is a shopping show. I do get an affiliate commission if you buy anything. If you don't, just enjoy the show and let's chat about what you're making this week. I am having vegetarian hamburgers made for me tonight. My boyfriend's going to make himself beef hamburgers. It is a rainy, gloomy, miserable day. So I had gotten out my iced tea, blueberry lemonade, daily beauty herb tea for this weekend because it will be supposedly 60 degrees and sunny here in Seattle. So I'm holding out hope. This is Republic of Tea Blueberry Lavender at Steep's 8 1-quart pitchers. I like my iced tea strong, so I leave it in there. And I believe this is caffeine free, so this is the iced tea that I can drink at night, because to me 60 degrees is warm enough to have iced tea. But I don't want to drink caffeine after 3 p.m. because I'm old and, I want to be able to sleep. So this is Republic of Tea's iced tea blueberry lavender. and it doesn't smell overpoweringly lavender. I mostly smell the blueberries. I wanted to recommend that. It's 17% off today here on Amazon Live. So here is the Good Things cookbook that everyone is freaking out about in a good way. They are loving it. Let me put this cookbook back here so it looks pretty. Oh, I forgot to add this cute little espresso cup to my carousel. This is Good Things by Samin Nosrat. And I think I mispronounced her name in my last live stream. I apologize. I looked it up. Recipes and rituals to share with people you love. Of course, it's by the author of Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. I love that she starts off the cookbook with beautiful end papers that are very bright. So let's take a look through Good Things. What I usually do is do a quick, oh, that's beautiful, a quick flip through just to give you an idea of the style of pictures, etc. And then I will go through way more slowly and pick out a few things to chat with you about. So recipes and rituals to share with people you love. You can tell she likes flowers. She starts off with a quote by Raymond Carver. It says, "Eating is a small, good thing in a time like this." So here's the chapters, very colorful. Good things come in small packages, condiments chapter. Good things to welcome others, small gestures of hospitality. Good things come in threes. 7 versatile dressings, 3 ways to use each. Brilliant. Good things to keep up your sleeve, making the most of pantry staples. That's going to be a very important chapter. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the new Good Things cookbook. There's a chapter on good things come to those who wait, seasonal produce. Finger licking good things, that's the chicken chapter, and she calls it chicken, chicken, and more chicken. Good job. Good things are better shared, recipes to cook and eat in community, which I want to do more of. I host something called Sunday Supper. Good things take time, yeasted breads and waffles. All good things come to an end, a sweet note. So here's the introduction. The treasure chest. The value of time. The problem with recipes. And yes, I don't like to follow recipes. That's why I'm not a good baker. I'm a better cook. There she is with a cute cake and some kiddos. Rules of thumb. Notes on ingredients. So you have to do a lot of reading before you get started in this book. Here's her preferred items. And if you didn't notice, I have a section on my storefront here on Amazon, which you can see below, along with my YouTube and Benable lists. Benable's kind of like Pinterest. I like to take all the ingredients that you might need if you're going to cook an entire cookbook. I haven't done it for this giant cookbook. And it's called Grocery Shopping Lists. And you can shop for everything you'd need if you were going to make every recipe from the cookbook, which you probably wouldn't, but you never know. So check that out on my storefront. She's still going through basics like how to toast nuts and seeds. So is this a beginner cookbook? I would say probably yes, because there's so much introduction and prep work going to even start before you get to the chapter. Good things come in small packages. Condiments, components, and toppings. You can tell she's a very successful cookbook author because the publisher probably wasn't very excited about having all these filler pages with pretty designs, etc. And she had the clout to tell them, too bad, you have to do it. I love it. Garlic and herb labneh. I am someone who loves labneh. I would put it on everything. I also love sour cream, yogurt, etc. But I really love labneh. It's so thick and tangy. So I'm glad there's a recipe there. A recipe for green sauce. Looks good to me. Is it like a chimichurri? It uses cilantro. Bright pickled onions, which I've never made myself. I've been buying them in jars from Mazzetta. I'm going to skip ahead. Here's her dressings chapter. Homemade house dressing. Tangy and fresh. Creamy sesame ginger dressing. And 3 ways to use the creamy sesame ginger dressing. One of them involves onions and carrots and brown rice. Creamy oregano dressing. And suddenly a dog. Not sure what that has to do, but it's very cute. Fava's Caesar. 3 ways to use Roquefort dressing. Let's jump ahead. We have Sarit's Ashura cereal. So the author is Iranian American, and I'm sure she's got some stress this week and some powerful thoughts. There's a pot of beans recipe. Nothing as comforting as a pot of beans right now. In winter, I saw some step-by-step photos. This is a winter soup. It's looking amazing. Don't know what this is. I really wish cookbook publishers would put the name of the food right down there in case you just turn to it randomly so you don't have to go back and go, aha, spicy tuna pantry pasta. That could be a great weeknight staple. Good things come to those who wait. This is the seasonal produce chapter. Tips on how to saute, and they're starting off with asparagus and ways to use it and ways to cook with it. So this is a very educational cookbook. Going to learn a lot. This is Boiled Spring Vegetable Matrix. I love that. Summer Salad Matrix. That is awesome. And go over here. The tomato chapter. I am so looking forward to flavorful tomatoes this summer. We're growing our own, not in Seattle, in the other city I live in that has sunshine. Here's the potatoes section. Sweet potatoes. I actually have 2 sweet potatoes in my house that I should roast for lunch after I do my live stream. Piri piri chicken. And next up, shoyu chicken braised with apricots and harissa. Gonna jump ahead a little bit more. Recipes to cook and eat in community. How to build an oasis in time. So she does lots of food writing too, and community building writing. Not just, here's a recipe, here's a recipe, here's a recipe. This is why everyone loves her cookbooks. This is called Cuckoo Copita. It looks like Spanakopita. I would have to read all this, which I can't do with my ring light blaring in my eyes. You see salmon. Here is a feast with the community. That's amazing. And a focaccia bread, it looks like. Let's jump ahead. Here's an icebox cake. That's what I think I read. And a yellow buttermilk cake with lots and lots of sprinkles. This is a huge, massive cookbook. This would be a great newlywed present, or your adult child is moving out for the first time and you're not going to be around to cook for them. This could be a great beginner just reference. If they only had one cookbook to start with, this could be it. This is Good Things, and for some reason, what's in the carousel is $14.99. That must be the Kindle edition, not the hardcover, because it's not on sale. I'm going to throw it down here carefully. The next thing I wanted to chat about is what I am drinking for tea today. It is Bridgerton themed Benedict Bridgerton spiced brandy hot black tea. It is delicious, and especially if you actually add whiskey, bourbon, or spice brandy to it. Anyway, it's a black tea containing caffeine. It's perfect this time of year. I probably won't drink it through the spring and summer because it's just the theme is perfect for fall and winter. And I'm about to use it up anyway because we have a week of rain ahead and really cold mornings. So I love the way this smells and tastes. And it's kind of gimmicky. You know, it's a Bridgerton tie-in, but what a nice gift for your friend who likes Bridgerton. And that smelled really good. It smells like a dessert tea. There's also a Sophie and Benedict Love and Bloom green tea that's delicious, but it's currently sold out on Amazon. So let's not talk about that one. Let's move along. I was just gifted 2 tiny, cute cookbooks from their publisher. It is the Cozy Chocolate Cookbook and the Perfect Pancake Cookbook. And they're adorable little gift books. You could leave one in your rental house or your ski cabin if you were so lucky to have one of those. The Cozy Chocolate Cookbook is $12.99, and it's recipes for irresistible brownies, bakes, cupcakes, and more. Just wanted to greet my YouTube visitors and everybody else who's over on Amazon Live. Hamlin is the publisher. The author is Eloise Good. The contents are pretty simple. Classic treats, sweet and sticky treats, cupcakes and muffins, little treats, and irresistible cakes. Chili hot chocolate, double chocolate cookies. So there's little illustrations, there are color photos, chocolate cornflake bars, that sounds good. Classic chocolate brownies, chocolate fudge brownies, no photos. No photo for the rich chocolate mousse, but we all know what mousse looks like. Baked chocolate cheesecake, white chocolate torte. So not a lot of photos, but when they have one, it's well done and beautiful, like this. That is the white chocolate strawberry cheesecake. And I don't know your thoughts on white chocolate. Some people say it's a fraud. So this is a Cozy Chocolate Cookbook. And the other cookbook that the publisher gifted me is also adorable. This would be great for a ski cabin or a rental house. It is, oops, I don't want this book to fall over. I'm trying to do a better job of not destroying my office and studio during a live stream where I just throw everything everywhere. This is a perfect pancake cookbook. Thanks to the publisher for this one too, Hamlin, and the author is also Eloise Good. The contents are classic treats, sweet and sticky treats, fruity treats, not quite a pancake, and around the world. So let me show you. There's honeyed granola pancakes, thick semolina pancakes with honey, pancakes with white chocolate and ginger, Irish cream banana and chocolate pancakes, drunken chocolate pancakes. Let's jump ahead. Pear and mascarpone pancakes, ricotta pancakes, or some people say ricotta, with oranges and figs. Some people say rigotta with a thick accent. Raspberry Ripple Pan Perdue from the International Around the World chapter. So what a cute little inspirational cookbook this is. A perfect pancake. These would be great for hostess gifts as well. And they're both $12.99. Next, School of Wok is 47% off, and I don't think it's even out yet. Let me click on my item over here in my carousel. I thought I couldn't show this cookbook yet because it's so new. That's the Kindle version. Okay. The hardcover version doesn't come out till June 2. And if you pre-order it, it really, really helps the author and publisher out. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through because it's too early of a sneak preview. Sometimes the publisher gets mad if I do that too soon. So let me just grab it from here. I kind of had it buried behind a bunch of other stuff. Okay. School of Wok, Jeremy Peng's Chinese Kitchen. Simple techniques, delicious recipes. It's coming out in June, I think June 2nd. We'll just do a quick flip. I see lots of delicious veggies. Roasting. His other cookbook is our most popular cookbook flip through we ever did over on YouTube Shorts. And it's a big seller here at my Amazon storefront. I guess everybody loves Chinese food and the School of Wok. So it's a real easy cookbook to get into. I definitely recommend it for beginners. We'll take a slower, more leisurely preview of this a lot closer to June, because right now it's just really kind of too early. I'm going to put that aside. I quickly wanted to show you this little book box of chocolates, because this is a shopping show, and I love to show you my finds. It's by Venchi, an Italian candy and chocolate maker. It looks like a little book, cute gift. When you open it up, you have 6 pieces of what they call chocoviar. Doesn't have caviar. The flavors are 75% chocolate. They come in these cute little foil wrappers. This one is arancia, so it's orange with chocolate. And this one is pistachio, which I like, but not everyone that's their favorite. So I'll eat all the pistachio. It's a cute little gift box, but I especially wanted to show it to you because in the Amazon pictures, it looks like you're getting this big book-shaped, giant book-sized box of candy, and you're really getting a tiny little stocking stuffer sized with 6 pieces in it. But what a cute gift. I wanted to recommend it to you. And it's on sale today, 8% off. Next, let's chat about the Encyclopedia of Soups and Stews. We're almost at the end of soup season, definitely at the end of stew season. But I like eating and making soup a lot. Maybe not in summer. But here in Seattle, spring will be cold enough. I'll definitely want to keep eating soup for a long time. Okay, this book is really heavy. I'm not going to hold it up for very long because I'll give myself a neck ache. This is in a long, long, long line of the Encyclopedia of blah, blah, blah books. Desserts is my favorite. This one has over 300 hearty recipes for every season. I'm guessing it does gazpachos in summer? Let's find out. Thank you for the follow, Olga, over on Amazon. Wanted to point out, if you enjoy live streams like this, you can follow on Amazon Live to be notified when I go live again, and also over on YouTube. And I have a QR code if you're watching this on the replay and want to shop for any of the items. This is a giant book, Encyclopedia of Soups and Stews. Came out just in time, late fall 2025. The contents are pasta, noodles, and dumplings, vegetables, legumes, herbs, and grains, beef, lamb, and mutton, poultry, an entire chapter of pork, soup, and stew recipes, seafood, chilled and dessert soups, and at the back, stocks. So let's just flip through. You can see that most recipes are not going to have a photo, and that's okay because this would be a giant cookbook if every recipe had a photo. When you do have a photo, it's gorgeous. Seafood and sausage gumbo. And the measurements are given in cups and teaspoons, so it is not in metric at all. Or weight instead of volume. Whoa, what's this? What is this? Mussel cappuccino. That's funny. I like that. Very clever. There's a squab and root vegetable soup. I don't know what a squab is. It must be a fish. This is cream of duck soup. I don't believe I own a cookbook, and I own thousands that has a cream of duck soup recipe that I know of. That's pretty cool. Lamb and barley soup. Korean beef and rice soup. Let me just jump ahead. I'm kind of cherry picking some interesting photos for you. This one is French lentil soup. And I am a vegetarian, so I need to eat lots more protein, and so I need to cook lentils way more often. And I'm guessing I could easily swap in vegetarian broth for the broth that they call for in this recipe. Rocky Mountain chili. This is vegetarian gumbo. Oh, I'm so glad to have this recipe. So this is the Encyclopedia of Soups and Stews. Let's check out the sales situation on this. The Kindle version is $21, and today it's 25% off on Amazon. This came out back in November, just in time for the holidays. Okay, good to know. I'm going to set that down without killing myself. Ouch! Next, I have a Cambodian cookbook to show you, and I feel like many, many, many of my cookbook viewers over on YouTube have never looked through a Cambodian cookbook, unless you're really, 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 really into cookbooks. It is on the bottom. Okay, here we go. I did it without toppling. Yay! I shouldn't speak so soon. This is My Cambodia, a Khmer cookbook by Night Yoon with Tian Wen. I hope I said those correctly. And My Cambodia starts off with beautiful photographs by Nicola Parisi. The chapters include the Khmer kitchen, Part 1, Stockton, Part 2, Cambodia, Part 3, SF Love, Part 4, Nyum Bai, Part 5, The Donut Shop. Let me do a quick flip through. I just saw donuts, now I'm getting hungry. So I feel like, if I remember correctly, this is the story of an immigrant who lived in Cambodia and also San Francisco and worked in restaurants, possibly family restaurants. Let's go shopping at a ruined market. Pantry goods, coconut cream and milk. Produce, banana leaves. Some of those you can get on Amazon. So they have a playlist of songs that they want you to listen to while you're cooking, which is pretty cool. They have the Cambodian title up here and then English. This is pickled garlic chili. These are rice crackers, which you can make yourself at home. The measurements are in, here's Stockton chapter. And this is one of those cookbooks you read through, not just cook through, to learn things about their culture and about the author and their family, etc., and what's important to them. And they're a beach person. Good. This is beef skewers. And the measurements are in cups, pounds. Okay, so not metric. This is lemongrass fish cakes. There's a lot of inventive and beautifully displayed things in this cookbook. Countryside soup. More flowers. Gorgeous. This is shrimp tamarind coconut soup. I've been really into tamarind lately, although I've only had it in margaritas, not actual food. This is cold noodles with cucumber relish and dried shrimp. So I could use this recipe and just omit the dried shrimp and make it vegetarian. That looks delicious. This is caramelized fish with tomatoes. We're looking through My Cambodia. For those of you that just got here, recipes from Kimbai. This is prahok coconut pork dip. I don't know what prahok is. Is it a fish? It tells you right up here. How to slice banana blossoms. So this is going to be a very educational cookbook. Stir-fried pumpkin with pork. There's going to be a lot of things here we have not seen in other cookbooks, and we're used to Italian and French and Middle Eastern and all the really trendy global flavors. But have you ever been to a Cambodian restaurant? Let me know in the comments. I never have. And have you ever cooked Cambodian food? I never have. So this is my Cambodia, and it is on sale today. 54% off for the Kindle version, and I think 20 something for the hardcover. Let me find out. Let's look. The hardcover is hiding behind my... Nope, it is 54% off for the hardcover. That's amazing because this just came out in September 2025. I'm shocked that it's on sale already. Wow. That's a great deal. Okay. I wanted to take a second to show you something cute, and then we'll go back to the next cookbook. If you have any kids, nieces, nephews, or grandkids that want to be a chef, here's a fun magnetic playset that's great for road trips, restaurants, or airplane trips. It's by Mud Puppy. And I bought this technically for my grandniece, and then I'm like, no, I want to play with this. It's basically paper dolls with magnetic clothing and accessories. Like there's an orange juice, and you can just use your fingernail to pop them out. There's a little finger hole in the corner to help you get the pages out more easily, and the accessories. Very colorful. And I think you can maybe hear the school bells ringing in that school next to my house. Sorry about that. Here's the other paper doll. So you have two friends working in the kitchen to cook together. I'm going to put a chef's hat on this one. There. How cute. It matches her underwear. So that is just a fun little play set from Mud Puppy. High quality. Great way to keep a kiddo busy on a trip or at a restaurant. It's a magnetic play set for $17.99. Look at all the looks you can make with it. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Next, let's look through Linger, which is 55% off today. It's, of course, on the bottom of the stack of books, because I seem to do that for myself very often. It's by Hetty Louie McKinnon, and this came out in the fall as well. It's Salads, Sweets, and Stories to Savor. She's a really popular cookbook author. Let me take a look at the sale information. 55% off for the hardcover. This came out October 2025. The publisher is Knopf, and I can't remember if they gifted me this copy or not, and I'm supposed to disclose if they did, so let's say they gifted it to me. I can't remember. They want you to be fairly influenced instead of unfairly. So this is Linger, Salads, Sweets, and Stories to Savor. Photography by the author. That's kind of unusual. So the chapters are Home, Where I Want to Be, A Quiet Seduction, Cook in Translation, Everywhere All at Once, On Acid, Full Circle, More Than Umami, Summer in the City, Turn Up the Volume, Isles of Content, Unfinished Symphony, and The Season of Fruitfulness. I'd love for chapter titles. And it looks like there's a hearty index at the back. I'm seeing some gorgeous. I love the big fonts. Thank you. You're making this easier for old people like me to read it. Yay. I don't quite have glasses yet. I have readers. I'm doing pretty good, but it's hard when the ring light is blasting in my face. Ooh, let's check out some of these recipes. First of all, I see tablespoons, and cups. This one is not in metric. Most modern cookbooks seem to be going the direction of providing it both ways, but that means you have to test it twice. Every recipe. So this is ginger roasted kabocha with black rice and ginger miso dressing. Let's find something else to chat about. For those of you just joining us, we're looking through Linger by Hetty McKinnon. Is it rebellion to eat a tomato in the winter? She does a lot of food writing in between, and you learn about her life. Here's turmeric daikon pickles called danmuji. That is the Quiet Seduction chapter. Language is not just words strung together, it is alive. Here's some more photos from her life. Get back to a recipe. Mapo tofu salad. Ooh, I love tofu. I have to eat it almost every day because I'm vegetarian. I just went to another place to buy things and bought a whole bunch of tofu. So now I can use it for this. I was going to do a stir fry, but I could do a cold salad. Potato and scallion flatbread. If you're watching over on Amazon, Drop a note. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm in rainy Seattle. Oh, these look yummy. We're looking through Linger by Hetty McKinnon. Here's a Som Tam Sugar Snap Pea and Apple Salad. Very hearty. Rhubarb and Cardamom Spritz. Yes, please. Hopefully it has wine in it. If not, I would add some. Another layout. This is cold eggplant salad. Ooh, I don't know. I don't dislike eggplant. I don't cook with it often enough, but cold, well, maybe she's got a technique for making it not slimy. This is rice paper spring roll salad. How fun. You can see lots of Asian influences in these. More than umami. We're going to learn to make these. Yay. So this is primarily a salad cookbook. So I'm going to call it Healthy Eating. This is salt and vinegar potato salad. I have made a French version of this before where it's mostly salt, pepper, and vinegar on the potatoes, putting it on when they're hot. This looks like a cold salad, but I didn't have all these nice greens in between in the recipe I was following. That looks good. Summer in the City, potato salad tartine. That is so pretty. And next, let's do one more. Woo! Let's do this one. Plum and cardamom galette. I love galettes, and you probably know that if you watch my shows often enough, because I'm always going on and on about galettes. This is Linger by Hetty McKinnon, and it's 55% off today. Unbelievable deal. Next, let's go through 108 Asian Cookies, which is also on sale today, 48% off. It came out this fall. I feel really bad. The cookbook author is also in Seattle and was dying for me to look through this, and I did, and I lost it on my phone, and I couldn't upload it till recently. And I didn't want to reshoot content when I'd already shot it, so my apologies. This is by Kat Liu, and it's 108 Asian Cookies, not too sweet treats from a third culture kitchen. I love that because I really don't like sweet. I'm more of a savory, salty person. If I'm given the choice between cheesecake or French fries and chips, I want the French fries and chips. So if these cookies aren't super sweet, that's going to be awesome. I will enjoy them more and want to make them more. I'll do a quick flip through, and then we'll go look at the table of contents. Look at all the fun things she has in here. Wildly inventive, super colorful. You can tell she put a lot of thought and had lots of fun making this. Imagine the recipe testing if you're her friends. Come over and try these cookies. So let's look at the table of contents for 108 Asian Cookies. Cookie Box Essentials. Brownie Oats, Silk Road Sweets, classic Asian cookies and treats. Brownies, blondies, and bars. Sugar and spice and everything nice, cookies with a kick. And then Umami Unleashed, Modern Alchemy and Delightful Fusions. Special occasion and holiday cookies. Life is a box of not too sweet treats. I'm going to flip through one more time. That green cookie really pops out every time I flip through. Like, whoa, I must have stopped on that page several times. Ooh, yum. What is this? This is Kat's favorite cookie. Taiwanese snowflake crisps, but do it your way. That looks really fun. This is Crazy Rich Billionaire's Shortbread. And this is matcha and wasabi drop cookies. I never thought I would want to eat a wasabi cookie, but that sounds pretty good. And it helps that I like matcha, which is having a moment right now, isn't it? Oh my goodness. This is Umami Unleashed. The first recipe in this chapter is instant ramen cookies. That is so fun. This is 108 Asian Cookies by Kat Liu. It is currently 48% off today on Amazon for the hardback. Now, I noticed I dropped a cookbook on the floor. Do I really want to go after it? Nah, we'll look at another one right now. All right, this just came out last week. Super important cookbook. Very anticipated. The publisher did not send it to me, so I bought it for myself. Cuisines of Odessa. I just did a look through of this on my Instagram today, live. It's recipes and stories from Ukraine's historic city. It's by Maria Kalenska. Came out last week, so February 2026. There's going to be a lot of shots of the city and the markets and the way people live. There is a recipe or photo for every recipe as well. It's a very luxurious cookbook. They had a big budget. And there's always a photo of the food, even though it doesn't look like it because there's so many extra city shots. It's a coastal city, so there's lots of fish recipes. And it's actually just a tragedy. I'm hoping that the city is okay now that the war is in the 4th year. So let us look at the table of contents. Chapter 1 is On a Sunny Morning, Breakfast and Bites. Then there's a chapter of Borscht and More, Soups and Broths. A chapter Under the Sea, Fish and Shellfish. The Odessan Courtyard Feast. From the Garden, Fermenting, Pickling, and Preserving. And of course, a dessert chapter. So I'm just getting, I love that they put the name of what they're showing down at the bottom. Not a lot of cookbooks do that. Shakshuka the Odessan way. I love shakshuka. This one is shakshuka with lots of greens on top. I don't usually do mine that way. This is sweet eggy bread toast. And it's a very glossy cookbook, so anytime I'm showing pictures of it, my camera's going, woo, glossy. Sorry about that. There's a recipe for sour cherry pies. Gonna jump ahead, step-by-step photos. Always love those. This is festive roast duck. Must be the holidays. Jumping ahead, toasted porridge. It's a breakfast. Wow. Armenian lamb stew. There's the lamb it came from. Okay. This is spicy pickled plums. So as you can tell, this is an artistic, beautiful cookbook, but it is approachable. I wouldn't give this to a beginner, but like a regular cook who cooks often will do just fine with this. This is yellow cherry jam. Yum. And I live in a state where we grow lots of yellow cherries, Washington State. In fact, March is Washington Agriculture Month, I just learned. So this is Cuisines of Odessa, and I wish I had more time to look through this more slowly. I'll probably do that over on my YouTube. If you want to give me a subscribe over there, you'll see more of that cookbook later. Next, I am a person who loves my outdoor fire pit and my indoor fireplace. The publisher gifted me this copy of Fire Pit Feast, Adventurous Recipes for Live Fire Cooking. And I love cooking outdoors when it's not raining. And when it's too hot in the house to cook, we either barbecue or cook over the fire pit in summer outside, maybe catching a breeze. So the chapters of Fire Pit Feast are on the grill, foil packets, cast iron skillet, sweet and savory skewers, over and under the coals, Dutch oven, pudgy pies, and go with everything basics. Let me do a quick flip through. Oh, there's a lot of delicious looking things here. Let's check it out. First of all, are we doing metric or imperial? We are doing both, cups and grams. Yay! This is patatas bravas potato salad. Patatas bravas are a spicy potato that I order when I go to tapas restaurants. I'm always careful to pronounce tapas carefully. I don't want you to think I'm talking about something else. They're usually a bit too spicy for me, but I just power through it. And 8 extra aioli on the side helps cut down on the spice. These are cumin grilled carrots with lemony yogurt. Yum. Over a fire pit. That's great. What's this one? Let's find out. I see a delicious green sauce. Smoky spatchcock chicken with herby yogurt drizzle to help cool it down a little bit. Yeah. Grilled honey peaches with yogurt and pistachios. We grilled peaches on the barbecue last summer. They came out kind of slimy, but we still ate them. I don't know what we did wrong. Maybe this book will help me with that. Greek lemony. Oh my gosh, this is the first thing I would make. This is Fire Pit Feast cookbook for those of you just joining us. Greek lemony foil packet potatoes. Imagine just throwing that on the fire pit, sit down with a beverage, sip it, take this off 25 minutes later, and yum. Peel and eat shrimp scampi foil packets with garlic bread on the fire pit. The only thing I don't like about fire pits is my hair gets really smoky and my clothes, so I do laundry, but I wash my hair 3 times and it's still smoky 2 days later. Oh well. This is piggies in a blanket on your s'mores or roasting skewers. Hilarious. Lamb kofta kebabs. Well, we knew there would be some kebabs in this cookbook. This cookbook is on sale today, 45% off. That's incredible. Churro fluffs with hot chocolate. That sounds really good. This is clever. This is coal roasted cheese wrapped in cabbage leaves. Okay, I don't like cabbage, but I would eat it if you threw a bunch of cheese in it. Heck yeah. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. I appreciate it. The heart button on Amazon helps me out a lot. It shows my stream to other people who might enjoy watching it. Sweet potatoes with chili butter. I have sweet potatoes in the house right now. I've got to roast those. Ooh, do I see a soup? No. Golden chicken and dumplings cooked over a fire pit. That is hearty meal. Maybe not in summer, but how about in spring? Bananas Foster upside down cake is one of the desserts that you can cook over your fire pit when you're having a fire pit feast. I love this cookbook. I'm so grateful to the publisher for sending it to me. It's 45% off today on Amazon Live. We have just 2 or 3 more cookbooks to look through. I don't think I've explored Centerpiece yet. I better find out what this is all about. It was a gift from the publisher. I don't think it's out yet. Let's find out. April. It's coming out in April. Okay, so I'm previewing it a little bit soon, but that's okay. Centerpiece. Bold, let me get a drink of water. Bold, vibrant recipes. Okay, bold, vibrant recipes to put vegetables in the spotlight. Sounds good to me. It's by Helen Graham, coming out in April. Woo! The publisher is Hamlin. The chapters are The Meal Before the Meal, The Main Event, On the Side, and Something Sweet. The back has a section on US and UK terms and some vegan recipes and recipes that can be made vegan. Thank you for that. Let's do a quick flip through. I saw some step-by-step photos. I see some artistic photography and some beautiful plates and dishes that they must have had so much fun finding for the photo shoots. Oh, I see some carrots. Oh, this looks good. Okay, what's going on? This is Centerpiece. Bold, vibrant recipes to put vegetables in the spotlight. We all Americans need to eat more vegetables. The Meal Before the Meal. Caramelized courgette dip with dates and fenugreek. Courgettes are zucchinis. A labneh recipe. Wow, I just looked through another cookbook that had labneh right at the front of the recipe too. Good, I love it. Let's say thick yogurt. This is garlic butter malawach. Malawach? I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never heard it. There's a hummus section with lots of different hummuses. Yum. That's putting vegetables in the forefront. This is matbucha with jalapeno and coriander. So we have some fusion or global flavors going on here. Great. Laho. That kind of looks like, oh my gosh, what's the culture? Afghani bread. It's kind of bubbly. It's not a pancake though. It looks like roti too. Wild mushroom and wakame chili crisp. Dill, pea, and barberry fritters. So that sounds like a Persian recipe. Barberries are similar to cranberries, but more bitter, and you can get them in Middle Eastern supply shops and on Amazon. Lime and Ras El Hanout peppers with chive ricotta. I'm not much of a pepper fan, so I'm going to move along. Courgettes, peanut tahini, and pickled fennel. That's a great way to serve zucchini. And most of us know if you've gardened, you start growing zucchini and you'll regret it because it grows so well and you have to eat it for weeks. Lemongrass parsnips with curry leaves. Oh, wow. Those of you just joining us, thanks for the follow, Chris Mills. This is Centerpiece, Bold, Vibrant Recipes by Helen Graham. Let's look through just a couple more. Roast cauliflower, saffron tahini, and cranberry chili oil. Whole roast Swede and peanut with grapefruit. I don't know what a Swede is. I mean, it's a person from Sweden. And sweet potatoes, amba, and orange blossom. I'm going to learn a lot from this cookbook because there's ingredients I have never heard of. Potato salad and basil jus. It's going to be garlicky and tangy, I think. And okra and curried onions, but with a barberry dressing to make it kind of tangy. That sounds good. I love the flavors in this. Burnt honey, black vinegar, and Parmesan radicchio. I can't think of the last time I went out and got radicchio at the grocery store and came home and prepared it. So now I have no excuse. This is really cool. This is Centerpiece. Bold, vibrant recipes to put vegetables in the spotlight. And it comes out in April. We have another cookbook that fell on the floor. So maybe I can pause. Can I pause my stream in this one? Don't know how. Don't want to do that. Okay. I'm going to dig for it. It's on the ground. Nope, I can't reach it. We're going to skip that one today. All right, Loaf Tin Bake. Sorry, I'll do you next time. I wanted to revisit this cookbook from a few years ago, I believe 2022, because it is on sale today, but also I love Middle Eastern food. This is Eastern European baking and desserts from Romania and beyond. It's Tava by Irina Georgescu. I don't know why I said Middle Eastern. It is a beautiful cookbook, 45% off today. I think it's from 2022. Hardy Grant is the publisher. The chapters start off with biscuits and cookies, pies, yeasted, strudels and pastry, donuts and fritters, homemade cakes, layer cakes and nostalgic patisserie treats. Gluten or dairy-free has a whole chapter, and sweet snacks at the back. Gorgeous photos, lots of tempting things that you're going to want to bake. Kind of painful. So it's an Eastern European baking book, mostly with desserts, but some savory items as well. And in between, we're going to see pictures of the Eastern European regions where she gathered the recipes and learned about the traditions. So here's the author, Irina Georgescu. She's done several cookbooks. I have and love them all. I have not cooked or baked anything out of this one. So here's the biscuits and cookies chapter. She's drizzling chocolate individually on little biscuits. Cookies studded with golden raisins. I can't keep raisins in the house because my dog would eat them and then get very, very sick. Oh my goodness. The measurements are both metric and imperial. I see ounces and teaspoons and milliliters and grams in here. Walnut and coffee macaroons, vanilla ladyfingers, rose petal jam crescents. So not every recipe in this book has a photo, but when they do, it's, wow, amazing. I see what I think is a clafouti, or a cross between a clafouti and a focaccia. This is apple and walnut pie, but it's in bars form. That's interesting. Moldavian layered pie with hemp cream. I'm not sure I've ever had hemp cream. Have you guys? That's interesting. Transylvanian Saxons. We're learning about the regions and the history and the different cultures. This is a Saxon plum pie. I would love to make this next autumn with the plums that fall off of my tree. We put down a quilt under the tree and shake the tree, and that way we don't have to climb it. This is Banat Swabian poppy seed and cherry jam crescents. That was a mouthful. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through Tava, an Eastern European baking book, which is 45% off today on Amazon. These are simmered curd cheese and semolina dumplings with bilberry jam. Now we're going to learn about the Magyars in Transylvania. This is Hungarian fried breads with stewed plums and sour cream. Yum. Don't know what that is. Let's skip ahead. Apple and caraway loaf cake. Not too exciting, but sounds delicious. Bruckenthal bread puddings with gooseberry jam. And I actually can buy gooseberries at my local Whole Foods. Interesting, I've never baked with them. Walnut cake with sour chantilly cream and drunken cherries. That sounds like a lot of work to make, but worth the effort. Look how beautiful that is. I'm glad that you let me revisit this Tava cookbook, Eastern European Baking. I've had it since 2022. It's a gorgeous book. I so enjoyed it. 45% off today. So this ends our live stream for today because I dropped one of the cookbooks on the floor like an idiot. Be sure to hit follow over on Amazon if you want to know when I go live next. And over on YouTube, you can see lots more cookbook content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream.